majority of violent crimes are committed by people under the age of 40. But police in Albuquerque say they're confronting a wave of crimes committed by those way under 40, as in not yet old enough to walk into an R-rated movie alone. A recent incident highlights the issue in graphic detail. The county sheriff's office just released this drone video from an incident in February. It shows two kids, 7 and 9 years old, waving a loaded gun. Police eventually had to fire rubber bullets to scare the kids into dropping the weapon.
Put it down, baby.
40 going out. 40, 40, 40.
Drop it.
40 out.
Drop it now.
40 out. 40, 40, 40.
Drop the gun. Drop the gun. Put your hands up. Put your hands up.
The kids were not injured, but Albuquerque police say teen violence and apparently even child violence is on the rise there, and they don't have the resources to stop it. That's why they've asked their governor to send in the National Guard. Dozens of troops will deploy to the city as soon as this weekend. They won't be making arrests or even holding guns, but they're there basically to support police and to help vulnerable community members who are struggling against this wave of violence. NewsNation's Alex Capriello traveled to Albuquerque to learn more.
In the land of enchantment, the city streets of Albuquerque are far from charming. Homeless encampments clutter back alleys, syringes line sidewalks, and men sit on curbs, cuffed. The police chief tells NewsNation his officers are overwhelmed.
My officers have arrested almost 4,000 people this year. They're not the problem. The broken criminal justice system is the problem. APD has not lost control of the city. Everybody else lost their processes, and we're cleaning up the city for them.
It's immediately clear to me that crime really is rampant in Albuquerque. Just moments ago, we saw a collision right at that intersection. The suspect taking off on foot. Eyewitnesses say they reported seeing him drop drugs, picked up immediately by others. Now the police have their suspect, but this is the reason why the Albuquerque police chief says that he needs the help from that National Guard. A little bit more.
This guy was one of 3 arrests we witnessed in just a half hour in Albuquerque's dangerous Central Avenue corridor. Police tell me he's been wanted for at least 7 different felonies related to drug trafficking. You could see wads of cash pulled from his pockets. With crime like this happening day in and day out, there's an urgent need to get more boots on the ground.
Right, everybody knows the National Guard's coming in.
80 of New Mexico's National Guardsmen have volunteered to protect the streets of Albuquerque. They've trained for nearly 300 hours and will begin their street patrols at the end of this month.
Have you thought about hurting yourself or killing yourself?
NewsNation received behind-the-scenes access to their latest training about intervening in a moment of crisis.
It does hit home, and I do hope that this helps out the community.
Find a way to adapt.
The supporting role of the Guard members is limited. They won't carry guns, and they can't make arrests. But their daily presence frees up local officers to focus on more pressing matters, like the rise in juvenile crime.
Put the gun down.
The Bernalillo County District Attorney's Office says violent crime among teens has skyrocketed 60% since 2022. And in a one-on-one sit-down with the district attorney, he revealed he's charged 46 different minors with murder in the last 2 years alone.
That'll make your stomach sick.
That's an unbelievable statistic.
It is an unbelievable statistic, and it's heartbreaking. We're starting to get a handle on overall violent crime, except for this one piece of juvenile crime. It's going in the absolute wrong direction.
One of the more alarming cases of homicide playing out in the Bernalillo County courts is this one. Police say 3 kids deliberately plowed into 63-year-old cyclist Scott Habermel and left him for dead.
Just bump in, bruh.
The shocking video of the hit and run, surfacing nearly a year later on social media, shows the moment just before the teens carry out the ruthless attack. Police say the car was stolen, and you can see the 11-year-old in the front seat waving a gun. The oldest in the car was 15-year-old William Garcia. Now 16, he's already been charged as an adult. The 13-year-old driver has pleaded guilty to murder and will serve the maximum sentence for juveniles. But, according to New Mexico law, will be freed once he turns 21. Authorities say the 11-year-old will also be charged with murder when he turns 12 in just a few weeks. The DA says outdated juvenile state laws, which haven't been updated since the 1990s, are partially to blame.
So for now, the buck stops with our state government.
So now the buck stops with all of us on the ground, and I can't prosecute my way out of this. This has to be an entire community effort. We need to come together, recognize this is a problem, and make sure we build in consequences.
Habermel's widow, giving a victim impact statement last week, says she's not ready to forgive. But she hopes all of New Mexico, from the governor to the guard to the cops to the parents, all figure out a way to make the streets safer. More than half of the National Guardsmen volunteering for this mission are locals to Albuquerque. So they want to reassure their neighbors that this is their community too, and they want to protect it from both violent teenagers and rampant drug use like we've seen from just our few days here. Elizabeth?
All right, Alex, thank you so much reporting from Albuquerque.